Good morning, YouTube. Today's video is going to be about the recent media coverage of Donald Trump and what it tells us about their morale and how they think uh, their efforts are going to retake the executive branch in November. Now, before I start talking about these different articles that have all been published for the last week and what I think they mean, I just want to gloat for a little while about this Antifa, this Che Guevara wannabe that just got iced by the federal marshals up in the Northwest last night. Oh my God. I found out about it right before I went to sleep last night, and I'll be honest with you, I slept gloriously, knowing that there was one less asshole in the world. Anyway, enough gloating. There are 5 articles. Let's start with this one. From The Atlantic, why Trump supporters can't admit who he really is. Okay, this indicates their frustration with you, the Trump supporter. Okay, they have done everything they can think of to try and separate Trump from you, because they know that that alliance between Trump and his supporters is the source of the power that threatens their power. And they think that if they could just separate Trump from his supporters, okay, that'll help. And they're right, it would. But you know, for some reason they haven't found the magic bullet yet. So in this article, they're claiming that we're all a bunch of cultists, pretty much, thinking that we're going to read this and go like, oh no, I'm not really a cultist. I can think for myself. Yeah, it was a lame attempt. It might, now that I think of it, it might be some way to kind of justify their hatred for us, the great unwashed. Let's go to the next one. Oh, from the Washington Post. Vote early and often. That just will slow down. Okay, this really pissed him off. Because Trump, genius that he is, what he did here is he has exposed a flaw in the system that they were hoping to exploit. Okay, so they're really pissed off about that. So they're trying to, you know what they do. They try to accuse you of doing what they're doing. So anyway, this has really pissed them off. Okay, so they're trying to claim that he's all about creating chaos in the election, which is what, that's what all this rioting and COVID is all about. All right. So that's story number 2. And notice that none of these stories seem to be related, but they are to my thesis. Another Washington Post article. Trump is corrupt and he's racist. Right? Apparently they really didn't like the convention because it was awesome. Okay? So now now they're complaining that Trump is a racist in this one. Okay? Here, this one is great. Trump apparently wanted Sarah Sanders to hook up with Kim Jong-un. Okay? Now this really shows their desperation here. They just made this whole story out of whole cloth. I mean, let's take a look at this one. I'm sure they have there's some little kernel of truth in there that they could use to justify it, right? Definitely have something to complain about here, right? And this is just completely subjective. That's just opinion. Everybody knows that. But this, they just made shit up off the top of their head. Okay? All right? Which indicates desperation. And then the best for last, apparently 2 years ago, while touring the battlefields of Europe from World War I, Trump's called the war dead losers and suckers. And we need to believe this because they have 4 fictional sources. Well, I have 8 fictional sources that were in the room when they plotted this, and this is all a conspiracy from the Atlantic. Okay? So, 2 of these articles are completely made up. Their attacks on Trump are usually all focused, where everybody's speaking with one voice. But that's not happening here. Even within the same media outlets, they're not hammering that one talking point. Okay. Now apparently the resistance, the organizational structure has broken, and now it's just complete desperation. Okay. And that's because they know what's coming. Okay. They're going to lose in November. Trump is going to win, and that means the investigations are not going to stop. Okay? And they're terrified of that. Now, I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. What's going to happen in the next year or two is that people are going to find out that there's been massive corruption, fraud, and incompetence and treasonous activity within the federal government, and that our secrecy laws were used to conceal the evidence. All the documentation to prove this will be declassified. Well, actually, it is in the process of being declassified now, and it'll all come out. Okay. Secondly, you're going to find out that there was a coup attempt that is continuing to this day by members of the establishment, and it's all being directed by Obama and funded by, a few idiot billionaires, okay, that don't like the fact that they're going to lose their investment in China, okay, and also, okay, there's going to be some really disgusting things coming out in regards to pedophilia by some very important people. Keep an eye out for information regarding Chief Justice Roberts, and also expect some information to come out about congressmen having sex with children in the bungalows in the Capitol building. Okay. Anyway, bottom line is that it's going to be a few interesting next few weeks, but we will be victorious. The corruption will be exposed, and the guilty will be held accountable. Enjoy your day.